So, junkies, first up, we have the DC Multi-Universe Superman. Now, this is in the guise of Alex Ross's Superman. Now, he drew him for Kingdom Come, which is a phenomenal book and something that I highly recommend. What I do like about the new DC Multi-Universe, and probably the last several figures that we're going to have in this line, because the line will no longer be with Mattel in 2020, it will be with McFarlane Toys, is that the box, very much in the style of a Black Series figure from Hasbro or a Marvel Legends figure from Hasbro. So we do have the 4 figures here that you need to collect, tells you exactly which piece goes with what part of the body, and we also have a little bit about the character here on the back. It's never enough. I feel if you're a kid and you're picking this up, you're wondering, well, why is Superman's chest in the black? Why does Superman have gray hair? This is the Kingdom Come Superman. This is several years later after Superman, Lois Lane was killed by the Joker, and Superman kind of went into retirement and hiding as new heroes were able to take over the guise and do the things that the first generation of heroes could not do. So let's open this up. Gotta like the box here, as I said. It's put together very well. But we are opening this thing today, so this is the part of the job that we really are starting to really enjoy here at AFJ. We might as well just rip it because it's not going to go back into the box. So we open this up. Nice little slide card. Perfect. I mean, if I wouldn't have torn it there, it'd be even better. But the box is done here. We have the plastic coffin. Now, I'm a little disappointed. Some of the other DC Mattel figures, they have had a logo here. I mean, I don't know why we don't have an S. Any S would be fine. Copyright 2018. So the figure is technically been out for over a year. We did see these at Toy Fair, I believe in 2018. But it has taken a while for them to actually surface. And the figure itself is actually, you know, it's cool. That we're finally getting this wave, and in all honesty, this likeness is really good. So there goes a hand. Get the other hand out of here since we're on this. Cape's in the back. So let's do, now believe it or not, this is probably like my second or third DC Multiverse figure. I actually have Aquaman, and I reviewed the Gotham by Gaslight Batman. And I actually love the Aquaman. The Gotham by Gaslight I thought was okay. So we're doing an instant pose here. The cape does not touch the ground, but pretty solid. Decent looking Superman. Like his boots, actually. So stands on his own, which is good. We'll bring him close up here. So as you can see, we do have gray hair, and I'm getting focused. We do have gray hair on the Superman, which is good. It's not quite the gray in the sides like it is drawn in the comic. And he does have a bit of a Christopher Reeve kind of look, which I think is maybe the standard for Superman, but he's a solid looking Superman in the face, and I really do appreciate that look. We do have the black belt here instead of the yellow. We have the black in the chest. Now, we have to point out right here, we do have a paint smudge right here, so that got by quality control. And legs turn really good. Hands individually are solid. We do have the little joints here. Head is here. Could I pull the cape off? Looks like I might be able to if I really tugged at it, but it's into the chest, into the upper chest right up there. So he does bend a little bit, so we can do, if he's flying backwards and doing a punch, we do have that. The head does turn very well. It's a solid Superman, actually. I mean, even if you were the occasional fan or you had never read Kingdom Come, I think this Superman is actually fairly decent, actually. This is, except for the paint smudge, I'd say it's a solid Superman. I am liking that. So let's change the hands out since we don't have a lot of accessories with Superman. These are the flying hands, or the karate chop hands, you could say. So I do think in some ways Superman should have an extra set of hands, but then also, is it really necessary? I mean, others besides the punch, do you really need to have Superman doing the classic Christopher Reeve? Now, having the chest bend in this fashion does enable us to do this. And actually, you know what? He looks pretty solid. His head, if you had the stand and you had to do him like that, that's a pretty solid Superman. Kudos to you, Mattel. This is a good figure. I like this. So we get him there from the side. All in all, I'll probably stick with the fists. But an extra set of hands is an extra set of hands. You never know when you're going to kit bash and need them. Arms bend very well. He just doesn't look, I don't think he looks angry enough. And maybe that's on purpose. We have a neutral look here instead of having him look a little angry as he did in the comic. So let's... All in all, he's a solid Superman. So, what does he come with? He comes with Lobo's necklace. So we do have that. It's going to go around Lobo's head. And then we do have the torso. So we have this vest that comes off. Not really attached. And then, you know, I guess we could pop this on right now. So kind of a weird thing if this is the only figure you got this kind of chest. But we will build Lobo at the very end, and we will link it on the YouTube for the individual review. So all in all, I like Superman a lot. I think he's a solid figure. Nice likeness. Besides the paint smudge here, I'd probably give him an 8 out of 10. Paint smudge knocking him down 2 points. But he's a solid figure. So do recommend if you can find him, if you just need a Superman in your life, this is a Superman. This is a really good Superman, actually. All right, junkies, we're moving on.